Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. Yes, this is me, Dr. Kemi Akiole Adebayo, also known as Mama K. And in today's program, wow, we are going to be having a conversation with this amazing, beautiful, kind, hardworking entrepreneur, Mrs. Shirley Okareti. I want to make sure I get it right. I'm terrible with pronunciation. Even my Nigerian names, I should be given some, but never mind. She is the founding executive director for Temple School, which is based in Lagos, Nigeria. My dear sister Shirley, how are you today?
Wonderful. It's lovely to see you.
I know it's been. I don't even know whether we can remember from passing in Sunnyfields, and we're going to talk about Sunnyfields.
I hope we do at some point.
Let me ask you. Let's start with who is Shirley? Who is Shirley? Where were you born? Where did you school? Family? Who is Shirley?
Shirley Okaridia is married to Mr. Robert Okaridia. I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria. The daughter of Dorothy and Walter Gilbert. I lived and schooled in Lagos, Nigeria.
Wow, so you're Lagosian.
I'm Lagosian.
You can speak Yoruba?
Very well.
Okay. Kó lè bàjẹ́ náà.
Kó lè bàjẹ́.
Kó lè bàjẹ́.
Kó lè bàjẹ́.
So born and bred in
Born and bred, doing work in Lagos, got married here, had all my education here, my children here, my life. It's been in Lagos all this while.
And your parents, are they born?
They were not born here.
Okay.
They were born in River State
Okay.
and Anambra State.
Right.
For my father,
Okay.
And so yes, a mix from the two of them.
River and Anambra.
Yes.
Okay. So can you speak the local language?
I can speak Igbo.
You can speak Igbo?
Can
Understand.
A bit of the river dialect. I was not enough.
Okay.
They would tell me easily.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So where did you study? I know you started Sunnyfields.
I started at Sunnyfields Primary School.
What year was that?
Can I remember?
I know, right? I'm taking you back. Okay, who were your classmates?
Rolly,
Okay.
Ududi,
Okay. Okay. So that probably was 1970.
70, yeah.
78 sets.
78 sets.
77, 78. We were the same set. What am I even talking about? 77. I know it's a long time.
Yes, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Because they say,
Correct. Wow.
So that was the beginning.
Okay, so were you a Surulere lady?
I was a Surulere child.
Okay,
I grew up in Surulere and Jorin Street. Off Olukole.
Okay.
Yes, so that was where we grew up, and we pretty much went not too far from school. So we walked to school through the primary school years.
What impact for you did Sunnyfields make for you? Let me start with that one.
It started my...
Did you ever see yourself, becoming a school owner as well at that time? Probably not.
No,
I know I'm asking too big.
No, it was more of a place to enjoy my life. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed primary school. I enjoyed the atmosphere. Sunnyfields was a wonderful school, and I think it still is. So yes, that was the beginning for me, and it set the tone for even what I'm doing today, because upon reflection, I see that they had the right environment. They had the right environment. I liked the way the teachers related with the students. I liked the way the children enjoyed themselves. And so for me, as I veered into education, those memories helped to build what Temple is today.
We'll come to Temple at some point. So after Sunnyfields, where
Queen's College.
Oh, you went.
Okay.
I don't hear. Some of us might not. We were not in QC. Shout out to my life people. Don't mind all these QC people. And then Federal Government Girls College.
Yes. So Shagamu was good.
So you went to QC.
I went to QC. I did my O levels there. I did my A levels. I think I was pretty much a well-behaved child because I ended up being head girl.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
So yes.
So a lot of people will know you.
Yes,
you
a
know,
lot of people.
as a head.
Yes, when
So
I
you
served.
stood out as a leader.
And right from the onset,
Okay.
right from the onset. So I enjoyed my time at Queen's College. I enjoyed the respect of my teachers, the respect of my fellow students, and it was also part of the building, the foundation, the building blocks that have brought me to where I am today. You know, the opportunities that they gave me to show the leadership skills I had. It's part of what has brought me here.
So after Queen's College, where next?
I started off with University of Nigeria in Nsukka.
Okay.
I spent 2 years there, and where I studied sociology and anthropology, and I transferred after 2 years because my family wanted me closer to home. So I came to Unilag where I finished.
Great! I don't want to say anything.
Great!
Okay, let me not go there.
2
So
years.
okay, so you went to Unilag.
Yes, I finished off at Unilag, 2
Unilag.
years at Unilag, where I finished from the sociology department. Even though I later went back to Unilag to do my postgraduate studies in education.
Okay.
So yes, that's where I anchored deeper into the passion I already had for education.
So what was your first job?
My first job was actually teaching.
Mm,
Yes,
okay.
yes. For the youth service, interestingly,
Where did you serve?
I served at a school in Ikeja.
Okay.
Yes.
You really love Lagos, eh? You came back to
Came back to
I'm waiting now.
Honestly, Lagos has just been a blessing to me, and I to Lagos. You know.
Exactly.
Yes. So yes, my first job was teaching. My youth service was teaching, and I continued with teaching, and I did that for like 12 years thereabouts. Yes. And then
What subjects were you teaching?
I was a primary school teacher.
Okay, so you covered
yes,
everything.
but later on, towards the last few years of my stay at the school, I moved into the secondary part of the school.
Okay.
I taught history. I taught history
Right.
for about 2 years.
Okay.
And then I left to start Temple.
So let's go now to Temple. Why? You know, when did you start? You know, was it a case of just going from teaching, you know, not saying, oh yeah, I want to just start a school? How did that vision, how did it happen, and when was it started? And what led you into education even?
Having taught for the number of years I had taught for 12 years, I had stayed long enough with children to know that honestly that was what made my heart beat. Working with children, you know, the little ones, the teenagers, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with them. I was a loving but firm kind of teacher. So I found that even the teenagers respected that, and you know, we got along very well. That even till today, long after, years after, some of them are in their 30s, late 20s, and they still remember their time with me. So it was with that love for the children, for the work, the passion for it, the joy I derived from it, the many training opportunities I was also exposed to was what made me say, listen, if I do want to venture out on my own, it had to be in education. And so in 2004, in 2004, Temple School started, and we started at where you went initially, the early years school.
Yes, because I went there first. Okay,
yes. That's where we
because that's what everybody sees.
That's what everyone sees
on the
Ikorodu
road.
road. That's right. That was where we actually started.
Okay.
And in 2009, we moved to this place.
Right.
So we started very small. We started with about 7 children.
Wow.
Absolutely loving upon them, loving their time with us, and I would just not trade that for anything. It was wonderful, and the growth just came over time. You know, just doing what I love doing, and it grew. So
And how was it at the beginning? Because obviously, for you starting off, and just making that decision to
Yes.
say, okay, I want to go and do this on my own,
Yes.
and then you found the space and land. How was it, finding even a team to work with you? Because I'm sure at that time you were probably the one doing everything,
Yes.
at that time.
When we started, I realized that so when you work for someone and when you venture out on your own, they're two different things. So when I was working as a teacher, I rose to the position of vice principal
Okay.
and head of the primary school. And what I was exposed to was having everything done for you. The generator would come on, there was no lights, the bus driver was there, how they were paid wasn't really our responsibility as head. And so the nitty-gritty of how to run a business was, I didn't have it, I didn't know it. All I had going for me was the academic knowledge, the instructional knowledge, the recruiting, the training part of education was what I did. But the business side, I had zero. Left to me, I would have run a charity business because I didn't know that I thought everybody came from wherever. Just, and so it was a shocker, should I say, when I started and I realized that, okay, you need students to pay fees, to pay bills, and my saving grace, honestly, was my husband.
Right.
He was.
So he has been hands-on.
He has been hands-on right from day one. So incidentally,
he saw that vision.
He saw the passion. He saw when I decided to start, and he saw how committed I was. He kept, sometimes he would see me 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. I am typing away, I am researching, I am putting things together day in, day out, week after week after week. He was so, I've not seen this kind of passion anywhere else. I've not seen someone so driven. What is driving you? What is this? I said, I just want to do it well. And so straight away he said, look, anyone who has this kind of passion, I want to buy into it. And that was how he joined, up with me. And thankfully he was there to handle the financial business side of it. And while I did what I liked doing, what I loved doing, which is working with the children.
You know what? We'll have a break and we'll be right back.